from Daily Crypto Trading. Hello everyone, live from Asia is coming to you. And if you're in America, you're probably wondering what the frick is doing while you're just waking up. Why is cryptocurrency suddenly declining down below DDDDD? I will thus inform you what is happening. I will explain what's happening. If you're still asleep and you wake up after seeing this video and you're asking what the hell is going on, is it all negative news then? No, it's only a little hiccup. It has to do with microeconomics. That's what's influencing cryptocurrency. Furthermore, it isn't exclusive to Bitcoin. The issue isn't unique to XRP. It's not unique to Dogecoin. It's merely microeconomic matters. Therefore, let's get started right now. And remember to get down there, boys, take out the likes. It appears that you take, that's how it appears. You then take a finger. Additionally, you can smash the likes on your phone with your thumb. Use your TV remote control and smash the likes if you're on one. Remember to enable all notifications and give a heartfelt thank you down there. Keep in mind that this is financial advice, so let's get started right away. No more hesitating, let's begin. Return and view all of my other videos. Here it is then. For that reason, before we examine this, let's examine the global cryptocurrency pricing. Thus, the market is currently down 1.87%. As you can see, everything has kind of crashed during the past 24 hours, even though the cryptocurrencies are suffering more. Bitcoin is still holding up fairly well. I mean, it's simply a pullback, not a decimated city. By the time you wake up, I believe we're likely to have a deeper pullback. There may be more than that, I'm not sure, we'll see. However, it is currently 10:04 p.m. where I am, p.m., which is Wednesday. Dogs is down then. That is comparable to the current state of the union in terms of cryptocurrency values. What is happening then? Which conditions are mitigating? In essence, the United States economy is contracting for the first time in 3 years. Right, a spike in imports prior to President Trump's broad tariffs propelled the climb. All right, so in Q1 of the first GDP bullback in 3 years, the US economy essentially contracts at a rate of 0.3. When Trump stated, look, this is not my fault, he kind of went out on a limb. This is kind of a holdover from the Biden presidency. In essence, the Bureau of Economic Analysis's advanced estimate for first quarter US GDP revealed that over the first 3 months, economic growth shrank at an annualized pace of 0.3%. According to a Bloomberg survey, economists anticipate a fall of more than 0.2%. The figure was little less than the Q4 growth rate of 2.4. So that's essentially what's happening, recognizing that imports were primarily to blame for the drop. And it seems that people were attempting to get a large number of imports into the country prior to the levies. That, therefore, was sort of that they functioned similarly to front-runner orders in anticipation. The fear is perhaps the reason we are a nation. The increase in imports was sufficient to contribute 5% of GDP in the first quarter, which is why GDP decreased. That's the reason why things are declining. As a result, the core PC consumption forecast, which includes the volatile food and energy categories, increased by 3.5% in the first quarter, exceeding estimates by 3.2% and surpassing the previous 2.16. That's essentially what's happening. As we can see, the stock market is currently plunging from tank to tank. It's probably easier to see on the right side here. Come on, let's just get it right here. You can most likely notice that the Dow is declining, the Russell has fallen, additionally gold is declining. Overall, we can see that the US stock market is also collapsing. So yes, Trump sort of goes out and accuses Biden of being to blame for the first quarter's GDP contraction and claims that growth will take time. President Trump defended his expansive plans for terrorism while blaming President Joe Biden. So keep in mind that the reason we got the massive dump was because people placed advance orders to essentially buy cheap and front-ran the pending tariffs. Well, that's the main idea behind that. Trump advised Americans to exercise extreme patience, as his predicted economic boom will take time to materialize. According to the US Department of Commerce, the gross GDP decreased by 0.3%. That's what it is, all right? This isn't exclusive to XRP. Additionally, Eric Trump stated that banks will go extinct in 10 years if they don't pay attention to what's coming. He was in the United Arab Emirates when he said, yes, banks are DOA if they don't tokenize, if you don't use crypto. In conclusion, the economy shrank. After more assistance, actual consumer spending increased by 1.8% year over year, down from 2.4% in Q4. In other words, it's not good. It's a terrible show. The main issue is that as the economy slows down and inflation rises, we are becoming increasingly concerned about stagflation. What will the Fed do now? That one will have to wait. Breaking: S&P 500 losses increased to more than -2 as market prices rise in the wake of Q1 statistics. The likelihood of a recession is increasing. That's bad, isn't it? Overall, we can observe that the DXY has recovered. Bitcoin is not working. We discussed that. XRP is currently down as well. Almost 3.49% of it has been dumped. Therefore, it doesn't look well overall. With XRP at $2.16, things don't appear to be going well. However, as I mentioned, this issue is not exclusive to XRP. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. The issue isn't with Dogecoin. The issue is one of microeconomics. It will be forgotten in a few days. Out there, it will be completely forgotten. Check out what's happening with the Doge. Traditionally, Doge is dumping. Traditionally, Doge currently trading at 17.02. All right, so it's sort of the stuff like that. All right, those are also a little down. It doesn't look very good for 17 cents. Indeed, as I mentioned before, Eric Trump claims that banks who do not adopt cryptocurrency would go extinct in 10 years. It's true. Nation will prosper, according to President Trump, but we must remove the Biden cloud. He is stating that overhang is a thing out there and that I should get it. Indeed, Justin, China fabricates a list of US-made products that are free from 125% tariffs in secret. Isn't that kind of good? That's essentially what's happening. According to Justin, President Trump claims to know more than Fed Chairman Powell. Everyone is aware of that. Hi there. Yes, update. We did discuss the Biden shock and the Trump Academy. Yes, what more is on the way? It's fantastic that Binance CEO Richard Tang just joined the stage at a token 249 in Dubai. This is token 249. I wish I could be there. I'm not there, but I will most certainly be a TikTok 249 out there next year. Crypto bubbles aren't looking good, as you might anticipate. Breaking: after SecGov announced that XRP is now the National Strategic Reserve, RLUSD is now formally listed on Coinbase and Binance. That is absolutely fantastic news. Go down there, guys, and check out my Blowfin link. No KYC, great exchange, low fees, and other similar activities. Check out the link as well. It has giveaways and other things. You guys adore it. I adore it. I adore it. Additionally, it appears that a large Korean whale recently purchased $23 million, 0 cents worth of XRP. That's fantastic, folks. That's about all I have. This update is merely a brief one. Therefore, don't panic if you're worried about what's happening with cryptocurrency. Keep in mind that this is not an XRP issue. This is what it is. Guys, this is the first contraction in the US economy in 3 years. Remember to go down there and destroy the likes. I'll panic you guys like crazy. Avoid doing it. All right, I'll see you at the next one. Remember to hit like and subscribe, join the channel, and give it a lot of love and support. Peace out.